playoff update is brought to you by Eric Belanger's dental office. No freezing required. Just get decked in the face by Marc-Andre Bergeron's stick. Belanger yanks the tooth out with his bare hand, get called for too many teeth in the mouth, and the Habs force Game 6. Speaking of this series, did you see Ovechkin spray that kid with ice? Right before the last Canadiens vs. Capitals game, there was this little kid standing near the benches with a Canadiens flag decked out in all his equipment. And Ovechkin came over and gave the kid a little bit of snow. And because of this, people are saying Ovechkin was a real jerk. But it's not like he was like, "Shh, from Russia with love." The kid was probably like, "This is so cool." But you gotta give credit to the Habs because I was ready to write them off. Mainly because I really want to see the Caps stick on the Flyers. Oh, and by the way, the Flyers beat the Devils in 5. And as expected, the winning goaltender's last name started with a B. Just thought it'd be Brodeur. Despite facing a team loaded with injuries, a team that was a shootout goal away from missing the playoffs altogether, a team that used more goaltenders this year than the Devils have over the last like 15 years, the Devils are the first team to be golfing. And when Lou Lamoriello throws jam at the ceiling, you know that changes are coming. Speaking of throwing stuff, Phoenix got served in their own rink. En route to losing a very important Game 5, a Detroit fan threw an octopus on the ice in Phoenix. I have a question. How do you sneak an octopus into an arena? Do you wear it under a hat and hope people think it's dreadlocks? Someone's been watching too much Kenny versus Spenny. So my challenge to Coyotes fans for Game 6 in Detroit, you gotta throw a snake. Preferably something big. I'm thinking python. Not the kind of pythons that Hollywood Hulk Hogan has. What you gonna do? Speaking of Hollywood, things are getting ugly in the LA-Vancouver series. After what's been a really close series so far, Vancouver just destroys LA 7-2. And at the end of Game 5, no snakes thrown, no octopi, just punches. Wayne Simmons goes with Shane O'Brien. Rippon goes with Clune, which turned out poorly. And now the series heads back to LA for Game 6. Will Jonathan Bernier play in net, I wonder? This is me stroking my beard. This is what a Maple Leafs playoff beard looks like. Another really competitive series with a really lopsided Game 5, San Jose versus Colorado. Now let's pretend this out-of-date Jose Theodore figurine is actually Craig Anderson. Despite his excellent play so far this series, here's what happened in Game 5. I could use some help! And now either the Avs will force a Game 7, or the Sharks will chew him up, spit him out. One team that just refuses to be eliminated, the Ottawa Senators. And it took the Sens 2 games to win 1, but they're still in the series with a triple overtime victory in Game 5. But who scored the goal? Daniel Alfredson? Jason Spezza? Matt Karkner. That's what happens in the playoffs. Matt Karkner gets the OT winner for the Sens. Carcillo got one for the Flyers. So the Sabres better hope Game 6 doesn't go to overtime because Sean Thornton's gonna snipe it. But how's that for a chippy series? The Sabres beat the Bruins in Game 5, forcing in Game 6, and Zdeno Chara just mugs Paul Gaustad. Now Chara was not suspended for the incident. But let me ask you something. How would you react if Zdeno Chara came after you? Chara smash! But here's why, as a fan of the sport, I want to see the Bruins win. Because if the Caps win, they'll take on the Flyers. Then if the Penguins close it out against Ottawa, and the Bruins defeat the Sabres, we're gonna see the Penguins take on the Bruins. And I'm not excited because I'm a fan of black and yellow jerseys. But these guys don't like each other. You think Matt Cook's excited for that series? He'll get to be on the front page of the paper again. That would be an awesome playoff matchup. And finally, the Blackhawks are tied with the Nashville Predators. The Preds dominated the Hawks 4-1 in both of their wins. But then the Hawks shut out the Preds both times they won. I still think the Hawks are gonna win. Who do you guys pick? And one final very important question. What is more disgusting? Nashville's old mustard jerseys or Patrick Kane's mullet? That's all for now. Here's what I need you guys to do for me. In the comment box, no matter what team you're a fan of, I need you to chirp the team that you're facing. And if your team's not in the playoffs, hi Leafs fans, just make one up. And I will feature my favorite ones in the next video, which will either come on Wednesday or whenever round 1 is done, whichever happens first. Until then, see you next time.